MEST Up is brought to you by Mid-Coast Federal Credit Union. Loading quarterfinalists. From Edward Little High School, Alex Brushwine and Sydney BC. And from Cheverus High School, Leon Takei and Louise Nielsen. Now to run that test, Sarah.
Welcome to MEST Up, the quiz show that challenges Maine high school students in the absolutely essential subjects of math, engineering, science, and technology. I'm your host, Sarah Long, and I'm looking forward to confronting some frontal lobes. On the red team today, we have Louise Nielsen and Leon Taquet representing Cheverus High School. Welcome back, guys.
Thank you.
And on the blue team today, we have Alex Brushwine and Sydney BC representing Edward Little High School. Welcome back to you guys as well.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And are you guys all excited to try your hand at this game once again?
Yeah.
All right, let's get right to it, everybody. And thanks for being here. May your neurons do you right. The winners from these 4 quarterfinal episodes will move on to the next round, where they will compete for a position in the final championship game, from which one team will walk away with the MEST Up trophy, a new iPad each, and most significantly, eternal glory. But first you'll have to get through the brain battle, engineer this, and the grid of destiny before puzzling over the end game question. So without further delay, let's begin this lore war, or the brain battle. In this brain battle round, the first team to buzz in with a correct answer to each question will be awarded 5 points for their team, and there will be 10 questions in all. So let's dive right in. What astronomical phenomenon has been described as dirty snowballs, or in some cases, icy dirt balls? Red team. That is correct. The stamen of a flower produces what reproductive powder? Blue
Pollen?
team. That's correct. Sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter combine to form what volatile mixture?
Sulfuric acid?
Incorrect. Red team?
We're not sure.
Okay, the correct answer is gunpowder. From the following set of numbers, what is the mean? 10, -10, 5, 5, and -5. Red team.
1.
That's correct. An alpha particle is essentially equivalent to the nucleus of what kind of atom? Red team.
Helium.
Correct. The term vertebrate refers to any animal in possession of what? Blue
A
team.
spine.
That's correct. A system involving 2 pulleys which rotate along a band of material in order to move objects is known as what? Red team.
Conveyor belt.
Correct. The English word paper derives from what ancient writing medium? Red team.
Papyrus.
Correct. What element has the chemical symbol Hg from its archaic name, hydrargyrum? Red team.
Mercury.
That's correct. Name 2 basic shapes which can be formed by taking cross sections of a cone. Red team.
Parabola and circle.
Correct. Well, that was it for the brain battle, after which we have the red team at 35 points, blue team at 10 points, but there's a lot more messed up to come, so we'll be right back with Engineer This. Welcome back to MEST Up, where we are preparing to move into our engineering challenge. But before we get into that, let's touch base once again with our contestants. So Louise and Leon, tell me something that you guys have learned about each other since you have been on this team together, now that you've been back twice.
I learned that Louise plays the piano.
Aha.
Leon doesn't like running in circles.
Yeah. Now, were you guys friends before this, or is this something that your teachers put together for the team, or?
Yeah, our vice principal put it together.
Yeah, nice. Well, welcome back. And over to you guys. Now, you guys have actually known each other for quite some time.
Yep, since we were in kindergarten.
Wow. And so have you learned anything new about each other since you've been on this team together?
Well, just recently I learned that she has a phobia of golf from spanning way back.
And Alex is left-handed, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
The elbow fights.
Southpaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, over the desk. Well, welcome back to you guys as well. Now, Maya, why don't you fill us in on this week's Engineer This Challenge?
Thank you, Sarah. In this week's challenge, our contestants will be battling against the pull of the briny deep as shipwrights, with only surface tension as an ally, making use of heavier than water materials, specifically modeling clay. Each team will need to construct one single floating structure, which will need to keep dry as many marbles as possible while floating in a small makeshift ocean. Whichever team's vessel can hold the most marbles before sinking below the surface will be declared the winner and receive this challenge's 40 points.
Teams all set? Then ready, set, and go.
We definitely thought it was going to be difficult because we knew that the popsicle sticks would float, but we knew that the Play-Doh was going to weigh it down, so it was hard to find a ratio that would have worked best.
The building material, Play-Doh, does not float, so we had to rely on the popsicle sticks completely.
Okay, now what happens if you...
We wanted to use as little Play-Doh as possible because we knew that it was going to weigh it down, so we tried to only use it where we needed glue for the popsicle sticks to stick together.
I think these are...
Maybe. Close.
Not quite.
I didn't think they were going to work, though.
Object is not projectiles.
So, a couple of my friends at robotics were playing with popsicle sticks that we were using to balance other things, and they wove them together like that, so I thought it might work to float without using too much Play-Doh. Would that last?
Make a deck with.
We're halfway there, 2:30.
We definitely have enough clay, a lot of it.
Don't put that so close to the edge, it'll fall off.
Here, do you want more on this end? Looks pretty good. Just to make barriers, you know what I mean, for the marbles. There you go.
1 minute left.
Or we could just stick a bunch of popsicle sticks to it.
There was an attempt.
30 seconds.
Okay. All right.
If we just add a bunch of them, we'll make it more plain.
10,
Let's see if it floats.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's see what floats. All right, so you're going to go ahead, put your structure into the water, and you guys can choose which marbles. Of course, there are 2 sizes. I won't tell you which ones you should choose, but it's the number of marbles that you can get in there before either the raft sinks or a marble falls off.
Okay.
All right, so go for it.
You gotta dig down, get that broken one right there. Good work. It floats. Yeah, that's an important part. You can go. Put them in the middle, I think, would be the best thing in the middle of this. I'm like, yeah, I think it probably died.
So 2, and then it sank.
Yeah.
All right,
That was.
good job, guys.
So look, it's still pretty up there though.
It just released them, and it's ready to go again. All right, red team, your turn. Let's see how many marbles you can get on there, and again, if it sinks, then that is the number, or if a marble falls off. All right, go for it. So 1. So we have the 40 points going to the blue team, where they had 2 marbles and you guys had 1. So that brings our score to 35 for the red and 50 for the blue team. This will make for a very good grid of destiny. We'll be right back on Messed Up. Welcome back to Messed Up, where we have 50 points for the blue team, 35 for the red team after the engineering challenge. And while this multiverse has multiple possible futures ahead of us, they all include the grid of destiny. Now, I know you guys are familiar with the grid of destiny, but for those who are not, it's set up in 4 columns, each with 4 questions of increasing difficulty and point value. The columns, of course, are delineated as math, engineering, science, and technology. When you answer a question correctly, you'll get to choose the next question. The leading team thus far, which is the blue team, starts with control of the board. Everybody ready? Let's begin. Blue team, go ahead and choose.
You go ahead and choose. I don't care.
Engineering for 10.
What clothes fastening device was first patented in 1893 as a clasp locker? Let's go. Oh, go ahead.
Clothespin?
Incorrect. Red team?
A belt.
Incorrect. The correct answer is zipper.
Oh, wow. All right.
All right, red team.
Math for 25.
What is the sum of all integers from 1 to 101 inclusive? Blue team.
10,000.
Incorrect. And red team, do you have an answer?
5,000?
Close. 5,151. Yep.
All right.
So blue team, we're back to you. Your choice.
Science for 15.
Which metal is often used in the making of white pigments? Red team.
Aluminum.
Incorrect. Blue team? No guess? The answer is titanium.
Okay.
So red team, your choice.
We're doing great so far.
Math for 10.
A complex number is a number which includes within its expression what imaginary number? Red team.
I. Or
Correct.
the square root of -1.
Yep. You got it. So red team, your choice.
Math for 15.
What is the area of the ring between a circle of radius 4 and another circle with a circumference of 14 pi? Red team.
33 pi.
Correct. Your choice again.
Math for 20.
Evaluate log base 5 of 3,125. Red team.
5.
Correct.
Science for 10.
What was likely the first animal species to be domesticated by early humans? Blue team.
Wolves.
Correct. Dogs would have also been acceptable, but yes, wolves.
Wolves. They were before they were domesticated.
Yep.
They were wolves. Yeah.
So blue team, your choice.
Go ahead and pick.
Engineering for 15.
The unit ohm is a measure of what characteristic? Blue team.
Resistance.
Correct. Yep. Electrical resistance. And blue team?
Engineering for 20.
How many nanometers make up 1 kilometer? Red team.
1 billion.
Incorrect.
Just guess then.
100 billion?
1 trillion.
Just starting.
Hey,
So-
man. It's cool.
Red team. Your choice.
Technology for 10.
Throughout the 20th century, the vast majority of printed writing was created with what type of device? Blue team.
Typewriter?
Correct. Blue team, your choice.
Science for 20.
The second law of thermodynamics states that what property of an isolated system must inevitably increase? Red team.
Entropy.
Correct. That brings it back to red team, your choice.
Engineering 25.
The teeth on a gear are also known as what? Blue team.
Sprockets?
Incorrect.
I don't know.
The correct answer is cogs.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I believe we're back at blue team.
Technology for 15.
In computer networking, bandwidth would be expressed using what unit of measurement? Red team.
Bytes.
Incorrect.
I don't know, nanometers?
No, bits per second
So close.
instead of bytes. And red team, that means it's your choice.
Science for 25.
What is the term for a solid material whose microscopic structure arises in perfect periodic arrangement in each of the 3 spatial dimensions? Red team.
Crystalline.
Yes, correct. And that means it's back to you.
Technology for 20.
What is the ratio of width to height of a standard definition television screen? A, 16 to 9, B, 8 to 5, C, 4 to 3, D, 2 to 1. Red team.
C, 4 to 3.
That's correct. And I believe,
Last one.
yes, your choice is
Technology 25.
You got it. The proposed method of space travel, which uses no propellant but takes advantage of the stream of charged particles emanating from the sun, is called what? A, twin ion engine, B, solar sail, C, neutrino pulley, and D, Feynman drive. Blue team.
Solar sail?
That's correct. So after that mind-bending grid of destiny, our teams are at 110 points for the blue team and 145 points for the red team, which means the red team is in the lead, but of course anything can happen in our end game. If you teams want to start considering your point wagers, the category for our end game question is math. Welcome back to MEST Up, where the red team today is at 145 points, the blue team 110 points. But in our end game, you will get a chance to wager points. And keep in mind, the team that wins this round will move on to the next phase. And so now it's time for the end game question, the category of which is math. A conical container is 4 inches tall, 6 inches wide at the base, and filled with water. If a hole is punctured in the side halfway up the cone's height, allowing all the water above that point to drain out, what volume of water remains? You have 1 minute.
Go ahead and draw.
So volume equals. Oh, it's a lot. I thought it was gonna be like calculus or something.
Yeah, same.
1.3.
What's this do?
Because it's this cone.
But that's the height right here, isn't it?
5 seconds.
Oh, really?
Wait, what?
And we'll need your answers. Let's start with the blue team. If you want to hold up your answer and say it out loud.
Go ahead.
I don't.
We didn't really get to the end of the question.
Okay. The correct answer is 10.5 pi cubic inches. And so you wagered 107 points, which brings you down to 3 points. And let's go over to the red team.
We also did not get an answer.
Okay. And you guys wagered 76 points, which brings you down to 69 points. You guys are the winners, so we will see you back. Congratulations to both teams for a game well played today. You guys all did great. Brains have been working hard all around. Be sure to tune in for our next episode where 2 more schools will test their STEM knowledge, and we will continue to unravel just how messed up math, engineering, science, and technology really can be. And speaking of technology, you can revisit episodes online at mestup.tv and stay informed with Maya's favorite current events in science on our Facebook page. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on MEST Up.
MEST Up is brought to you by Mid-Coast Federal Credit Union.